Indiana,
Yeah.
are they a one-hit wonder?
People are saying, like, there's no way. And I'm seeing this online. I'm like, how can you? There's no way that they're getting back in it. They're done.
Well,
this was a one-hit wonder. Well, they've been in 2 straight years.
I mean, the consistency is already kind of there, and what they're doing in the portal, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But what they're doing in the portal, I mean, they're doing pretty darn good and setting themselves up for next year. From what I understand, Cignetti's got the quarterback for next year that he wants.
Yeah.
And they're bringing in wide receivers. They got some good defensive players coming in. On top of what they're building, what they already have on the roster.
Yeah.
So I think that's not a one-hit wonder. I think you're going to see them at the top end of the Big Ten, competing against the Michigans, the Ohio States, the Oregons. There's a couple teams that I think that are going to be jumping back into the mix, like USC, for example. And I think Penn State's going to recover just fine.
Yeah.
We'll talk about them probably here in a little bit as well. But yeah, I just think that Indiana's here to stay. And it's going to be crazy to say.
Yeah.
And you guys got to take into account that while it's Indiana and they have a stigma with them over the course of the many years that they've had a football program, you got to understand with the NIL, most of the Big Ten schools that are currently, they are also the highest grossing schools, and they have the most billionaires as alumni that we're talking. Indiana's got Mark Cuban, for Christ's sake, as a backer.
Yeah. I mean, we
all know Mark Cuban is not afraid to throw his money at something.
Yeah, especially sports too.
Especially sports, because he loves his sports.
So I just think after what we've seen from Cignetti and this national title run, putting down good teams, I just think it's insane to say that they're not going to be in the conversation for the top of the Big Ten again next year. Exactly. So long as he's there and so long as he's going out and getting, guys in the portal, like you said. Josh Hoover's coming up from TCU. That dude's got a live arm. He's very talented quarterback, makes good decisions.
Yep.
So on a better roster, a better team than what TCU has had this year, I think he's going to be absolutely dangerous.
Yeah. Currently, let me see. Currently, Indiana has the 7th best transfer portal class. Currently in the country. And that's only behind LSU, Ole Miss, Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, and Oklahoma State. And pretty good company to have Indiana in, I'm not going to lie.
Absolutely. And clearly their talent composite and all that stuff doesn't matter. It has not mattered, the last 2 seasons they've got there. They did the first season that Sig got them up there. You could tell that there was, some holes in the team.
There's some gaps. Yeah, for sure. There's some gaps for sure.
Look at what they did in that jump. So you take the talent that they're getting now, and these are all good players, top-end wide receivers. Nick March is going to be a hell of a weapon. Harris on the back end, coming over from Penn State. You get Shaz Preston coming up from Tulane. So you've got your weapons. You're going to have your edge rushers. They've got guys to plug in losses that they've taken from graduation, from the draft. I think they're just going to reload, guys. Really do. And we'll get into that again in the season previews, when we get it.
We'll dive into it full bore here in a couple months from now.
They have a good way of getting team guys that are bought in, that are ready to play. They're going to fit the mold. They're going to listen to the coaching staff. That's what they need, and that's what they've done. So, I think Indiana is going to be right back at it. But again, let us know, guys.
Let us know. Drop it in the chat. What you think? If you think that Indiana is, as long as Cignetti's the coach, here to stay, or if you think that they can even survive after Cignetti, which would be an interesting conversation to see if they can survive the retirement of Cignetti, whenever that is, assuming that he does retire a Hoosier.
Oh yeah, I feel like he's there for good.